during my vacation last week. Did you guys know? Yeah, theoretically. I would argue that I try to turn my brain off. That's the whole point of vacation, right? To like shut it down. I can't hear you. I mean, I can hear you because you're sitting 4 feet from me.
Sure. Okay, there we
are.
go.
Now I can hear you.
Yeah,
in my
Chewy
ears.
couldn't hear me.
Yeah, I could.
Really?
No, I couldn't.
I was about to say, he is full of...
You know what? But I did learn something.
What'd you learn?
We went to St. Lucia. We were there for 5 days. And I was like, I'm going to lay out in the sun, and I am just going to cook. Absolutely cook my skin, get a tan, ride that tan as much as I can through the spring until we get to summer here in Wisconsin. And then, I just feel better when my skin's a little bronzed, right? I'm about as white as it gets.
Sure.
And my husband is Hispanic. And my daughters are Hispanic.
Yep.
So they get this beautiful golden brown.
Sure.
And I'm just like, meh. And so that was the plan. After about 3 days of sitting in the sun and getting a little red, but not really seeing, I didn't realize. I popped it into ChatGPT. I said, Chat, is it just my imagination or am I not getting tan? And it said, interesting question. The older you get, the more resistant some people's body is to tanning, to whatever, the melanin and whatever all the chemicals are. So they were saying, so if after 3 days you've been kind of, trying to bronze your body and you haven't seen any results, you may now be resistant to tan. What a kick in the teeth.
Really?
It's a tough thing to learn while on vacation. Like, if you knew that before... Yeah, I feel like it's different. To learn that while in the middle of vacation is, I mean, I'd have said a kicking somewhere else, but,
Very disappointed to learn that, Shu. Do you still tan? No, you do, because I can see you tan right now. You're just rubbing it in my face.
No, anytime he comes back from Florida, like when he comes back around Christmas and he's already been down there for, 6 weeks or something, the dude just, he looks beautiful.
That, I've learned that you should really use suntan lotion the older I get.
Come on, man.
What?
Yes, of course you should be using. Everybody out there, use sunscreen.
Yeah, but even for like little things like
yes,
going out to get stone crabs takes about an hour and a half. So would you put lotion on?
Of course.
No.
Yes. You want to know why?
No.
Where are you going to get the stone crab? It ain't Publix.
Fair.
You got to go out on the ocean.
But I was so bad at if it's an hour.
You're getting double whammied, Chew, because you're getting hit from the sun, and then you're getting hit with deflection off the water.
And you hate the double whammy.
Yeah, the double whammy's not good. You know what else aren't good? Wrinkles.
Or skin cancer.
Yeah. Yeah, wrinkles are not good. I got yelled at by my dermatologist, too. Which probably
You did?
helped.
What did they say?
Put lotion on whenever you go outside. And don't use 15. She said use 50.
They sell 15? Come on. They don't.
Yeah, no, they do.
Minimum 30.
No, they have 15s. What'd you put on down there?
Between 30 and 50, depending. We did a day out on the boat. I was rocking 50 because I was like, first day, right? Travel day, first day, we're out on a boat all day. I was like, I'm not getting burnt. That just ruins a vacation. If you get burnt the first day and the rest of the time you're like,
But why don't kids listen?
Well, you don't listen.
Like my 29-year-old kid.
Why don't old people listen?
Who's the kid?
My 29-year-old who tans like I do will never put lotion on. I'm like, you're so stupid.
I don't love it.
I'm
like, when you're 50, you're going to wish you were putting it on. Now, do you put it on every time you golf, Gabe?
Oh, absolutely. I keep so I don't know, are you guys like the actual lotion or are you like the spray bottle?
Spray.
I use the bottle, and that's just super easy to keep in my golf bag.
Column A, column B.
So I just pull that out of the golf bag, just do a little quick spray, hit all the exposed skin areas, and sometimes I'll even do it at the turn, too. So I'm putting it on twice throughout the course of a 4 or 5 hour round.
I mean, I wear a hat every day to keep the sun off of my face, right? Because they say that the sun is one of those things that ages you the fastest.
Jen, correct me if I'm wrong, this isn't my forte, but a lot of skincare products have SPF in them. Like it's part of the whole deal. And people are putting them on every single day, even in the dead of winter.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, especially when it snows, because to Gabe's point about the reflection.
Double whammy, baby.
Boom. Get you.
The dog walks when it's sunny and the snow's down? Oh, it's blinding.
Why, you're putting lotion on in winter? See, I can't go there. Not that I experience winter anymore.
See, and you wonder why your son has this I've never put lotion on thing.
The old apple and tree.
Wonder where he gets it from. It's a
Falling.
mystery.
Yeah. So I got one other thing, and we had a great time. We stayed in an all-inclusive resort. It's great. You eat whenever you want to eat. You drink whenever you want to drink. You swim. We had the ocean right there. Was the Caribbean. We weren't on the ocean side because that was chop. Ooh. We got out there for a couple of minutes, and I was like, go back. Let's go back. I don't want to be out here anymore. We saw dolphins. They were in the water. Is it a school of dolphins? Is it a it's a
pod?
I knew. He saw me getting there. I was like,
I was actually a question. I think, is that what they're actually called?
Might be. That sounds like an "Are you smarter than Ben Brust" question.
Yeah.
Throw it on the list. Tell our guy Strophy to put that on
Stroph's
there.
got his own problems.
I know. I saw that.
Yeah,
I
he's got a
I
lot of
did the
problems.
combine. I saw that while I was gone. Trust me. And then I saw that Caleb Williams responded to him doing the combine.
Yeah.
Then I saw that Will Summers was starting the Alex Strofe "Let's Make You an Athlete" campaign, and
Yeah.
Strophy blew it off the first day.
That honestly is what makes me the most upset. You can't ask your friends for help, then have them ready to help you, then stand them up.
I think he should be kicked off the station. I mean, it's an embarrassment. It really is.
Chewy's like, this is a fireable offense.
No, he
total
can still
fire
work here.
offense.
He just can't be on the air, according to Chew, right? Like, he's just got to be more behind the scenes.
Yeah. He got blasted, didn't he? As he should. It's embarrassing. No?
I mean,
have that
you
represent our station?
If you had that take, you were not alone. A lot of people on the internet had that take.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, there was some
I
slight
mean,
improvement. I saw the slight improvement. I saw the stopwatch. So, again, baby steps, as they say. So what I was going to say, guys, is every morning, so all-inclusive resort, you're thinking this is paradise, right? They had performers at night, music acts. One night they had a guy who was doing all country music. Another night it was all Michael Jackson music, just like fun stuff like that, right? Don't think about it too much.
Mm-hmm.
But every morning at 7:30, now mind you, we're 2 hours ahead. Every morning at 7:30, they started working on the elevator.
We sure that was the elevator?
Yeah.
Wasn't your
like my
neighbors
upstairs
enjoying
neighbor.
vacation?
It didn't start slow and then get rapidly faster. So I'm thinking
Well, I
that.
mean, some people just dive in head first.
Yeah. So
Marathon.
no, unfortunately, it was clanging as they're banging on the elevator. And look, I would have been supportive if it was what
Sure,
you're saying,
sure.
Afternoon delight,
Yep.
morning delight,
Yep,
whatever. But this happens the first day, and we're up. Because our room was probably like 2 or 3 down from the elevator. We're awake. Okay, fine. Great. Fix the elevator. It wasn't working yesterday. We took the stairs. We understand. Then they were doing it the next day. Then they were doing it the next day. They did every single morning at 7:30 a.m. on vacation.
Well, what time do you want to sleep till?
Past 7:30.
Really?
7:30 their time is 5:30 here. So technically,
that's
I was
fair.
waking up
Yeah, that's fair.
earlier on vacation.
Yeah, that's
Jew.
okay.
Then I wake up for the show.
Yeah, those old time zones will get you.
Look at the Schadenfarter kicking in for our guy right there. What is an appropriate time to start construction at a vacation resort, gang?
8 o'clock.
Yeah, probably another half hour.
8 o'clock.
Because I'm sure there were plenty of people that were getting up earlier, enjoying the brunch and doing all that stuff. So I'm guessing
The sunrise, apparently.
Yeah, you could do that too while on vacation. I'm guessing there were more than 50% of the resort guests already up by 7:30.
Really?
If I had to guess.
Oh, yeah. Watching sunrise. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, especially at a resort, you got the people who go stake out their chairs early
Do you
Yeah.
wake up early on vacation?
every time.
Well, that's because your body is used to it. But if you had a choice, Joshy,
Well, let me tell you, I went to New Orleans, put back a few, stayed out till all hours of the night, and it was like, well, it's 7. I got stuff to do. You got
Yeah.
to get ready. You got to get moving. You just grin and bear it.
we did not.
Are you a lay in bed?
Newsflash.
Are you guys lay in bed and sit there? Or once you're up, and I'm out? Once I'm up, I'm out of
Sleep.
bed.
Do we not sleep, people? Are we not sleeping? I
time
would
are you
have
going
liked
to
to have
bed?
slept in a little bit. Again, it was wonderful. Everything was great, but it was the one thing where us and our friends who also accompanied us were like every day at 7:30, like it felt a little obnoxious at that point.
I think there's two schools here. There's the people who take vacation and love to sleep in and take as much time, and then there's the people who up and at them, I don't want to waste any of this time because it is limited.
And you're going to be in a spot where you don't get to be. Maybe never again.
Right.
Yeah.
So you want to experience all they have to offer.
What time did you think was fair?
9.
Let's just say noon.
But no, we obviously got up. Once you're up, like you said, you're up. So then you start kind of shuffling around and, okay, let's go get some breakfast. Let's go grab our, like you said, spots by the pool. Let's go, So again, it was wonderful. It was just the one thing where I was like, when you're on vacation, should the resort be like, people might want to sleep, but let's not start our elevator. And they didn't fix it. It's not like
it was a huge project, obviously. That's why they wanted to start so early.
It was just in our building, too. That was the other thing. I think there were 6 or 7 buildings, but it was just ours.
I had a similar experience when I was at a resort in Mexico, and I believe it was 8 every day. The strange thing was it oftentimes would go very late. Like, we're talking like 8, 9 p.m. You could still hear the saws and the clanging. And that, to me, was almost more disruptive than the morning, because the morning I'm up and I'm moving and I'm at the pool going all around. Going late was the one that, honestly, like, we were like at dinner and you could just hear, that was an interesting portion of it.
Should they have to tell you that there's construction at the hotel before you book it, or no? Because I've had that before in the States here, where you go there and all of a sudden the lobby is shut down, like.
Yeah, they upgraded us to one of the nicest suites you could have, so I took whatever. Fine. I got double what I paid for. I'm cool.
800-990-3776. Reaction rolling into our sunscreen conversation. DJ in the Saw saying, my wife is a former model. Cool. That's awesome. She is a sunscreen expert. She doesn't let me go to the grocery store without putting some on. I get what she's trying to do. It's why she looks the way she does and the way that I look. There's no sense in fighting it. Justin in Jacksonville says, I am horrible at putting on sunscreen, and if I do it, it's 15. Justin lives in Jacksonville, by the way.
Seems like a bad combination there, living in Florida and not putting on the sunscreen.
Yeah.
800-990-3776. A quick way to get blocked is to call me a hoe on the talk and text line, Jeff. Can't do that.
What?
Yeah.
It's a wild thing to just put in a text message.
Yeah. 7 in the morning, just calling me a hoe. Good morning.
Certainly more appropriate than working on an elevator.
Which would you rather have at 7 in the morning? Some dip bleep call you a hoe on the talk and text line, or the elevator construction? Let us know. 800-990-3776. We got to take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. A lot of stuff to get to this morning. We're talking green and gold. We'll talk about your Milwaukee Bucks, all that and more coming up next.
Wisconsin, it is finally here. Yuengling. It is officially here. It's officially launched in Wisconsin after 197 years. At some point today, I promise you, I am probably going to head over to our friends, probably at a place like Discount Liquor, and pick up Yuengling, because it's here. It's the oldest brewery in America. It's family owned and operated for 6 generations. It's now available at your favorite bars, restaurants, and beer aisles across Wisconsin. So whether you're going out for dinner, maybe going out for a couple with your pals, or you just want to have some at home, you can have it all here in Wisconsin. Yuengling, oldest brewery in America, family owned and operated for 6 generations, and it's now officially in Wisconsin. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Westbound 94, right about at the ramp from 28th Street. We got the left lane blocked with a broken down vehicle, so watch out for that. Otherwise, eastbound 94, we got some backups from 92nd Street all the way past 68th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny, a high of 39 tonight, and increasing clouds, a low of 30. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
On this show, it's always football season.
I'm not overly concerned because it seems as if Green Bay's not overly concerned.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody over there feels like this team was there. We got short-circuited with injuries. We have the right staff, we have the right people, and we have the right players. We just need to stay healthy, and we'll be champions.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app. app.
Want your brand to turn heads and win hearts?
Captivate Exhibits can bring your brand to life by transforming lobbies, creating history walls, and beautifying facilities.
For over 32 years, Captivate has been the MVP of trade show exhibits and workplace design and fabrication. Let Captivate craft immersive branded environments that tell your story boldly, beautifully, and with purpose at events and around the office.
Score big by making your next event or your own space unforgettable. Create something legendary by getting started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
Raise your hand if you're excited about feeling older faster than you should. Yeah, I didn't think so. If you're feeling pain that makes you feel older than you are, there's good news. QC Kinetics patients here in Milwaukee are getting relief, feeling younger, jumping back into life at full speed, and it didn't happen in an operating room. Dr. Caravelli and the team at QC Kinetics and their medical professionals use the latest in regenerative treatments, backed by real science. Treatments that take the tiny, powerful healing tools inside your body and concentrate them right where you need relief. Nothing makes it more real than hearing the real stories behind QC Kinetics. Mike is training for a marathon instead of giving up running. Kathy walked around Disney with her grandkids. Alan is back to work, now climbing ladders like no big deal. All real QC Kinetics patients. The sooner you start treatment, the sooner inflammation eases, and the sooner the joint damage slows down. Find out if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics and their regenerative treatments. Your visit and consultation is absolutely free. Give them a call now at 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
How do you get to 10 in NFL in the football game? How do you do that?
You can have 5 safeties.
That's a great point.
Which would also be a great endorsement for Derek Carr.
2 field goals, 2 safeties.
2 field goals, 2
also
safeties.
A great endorsement for the quarterback. Continue. What else do we have?
On 94.5 ESPN.
For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget, or they'll build you a custom design that meets your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, Wisconsin, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room. Don't think twice. Call Geist. Geistdoors.com is GEIS doors.com, GEIS doors.com. Packers make a hire over the weekend announcing. Did they announce it? I never know. Like, we find out about it. It's a report, and then sometimes they put a press release out. Did they actually announce this one? Not
I don't think
yet.
so.
No.
Yeah, no.
Cam Achord, is that how we're saying it?
Yes. They must have announced it because they do have articles on their website. 5 things to know about Packers' new special teams coordinator, Cameron Achord.
Oh, okay. So what's the most interesting thing that we need to know about Cam Achord?
Well, let's see what Mike Spofford has to say.
I got it. He drinks 6 to 7 cups of coffee a day and 3 Pepsis throughout the course of a day. That's the most interesting thing I got.
As a fellow Pepsi, again, I don't drink soda all that often, but if I do, it's Pepsi. I can respect it.
Wait, hold on. Shu, what was your reaction to that information?
I said, now that's not good for you.
The sun, fine. 6 to 7 cups of coffee and how many Pepsis? 3 Pepsis.
3 Pepsis.
Like Diet Pepsi, or just like hardcore.
It said Pepsi.
You know,
I don't know. I don't think he's
Diesel,
doing the. I don't think.
will.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing the Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Diet Coke people never just say Coke. They always specify.
Yeah, DC.
Yeah.
And now it's Coke Zero. That's the other thing, right? If you're a Coke Zero person, you telling me that you drink Coke Zero.
Yes.
That feels like a lot.
Feels dangerous.
6 to 7 cups of coffee?
What's with football people and just, I mean, Dan Campbell, doesn't he also have an absurd regimen of Like, what is with being
Espresso.
juiced to the gills? Are you trying to recreate like the what you felt when on game days? Is that it?
Well, part of it's the I never sleep culture.
Yeah.
So I need to have I slept in the office last night, so I need to have that much caffeine so I'm awake.
Well, I can tell you this: I never drank coffee until I got to Green Bay. Didn't drink it in college. It's because everything is so boring, and they beat everything to death. It's just like, holy smokes. You have to take it.
Wait, I just want to make sure I understand your theory. It's that it's boring in Green Bay, or football is boring?
Football in general is boring. I mean, there's way too much.
It's a hot take.
Right, well, but it goes back to the story that Chewy told last week when Harry Sidney was the Packers running backs coach. And Chewy.
Hold on, Gabe. What? I never said his name, number one.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. No, I
certainly did.
Josh. I said the running backs coach. I never said.
He gave us his address.
Yeah.
Hey, this is plausible deniability. That's what this is, guys.
Well, when Harry Sidney was the Packers running backs coach, and Frank was getting a ride with Travis Jervey, and Frank's waiting for Jervey, and he goes up to the running backs room, and everybody's sleeping. Because they were taking a nap. Everybody, including the position coach, taking a nap during the meeting.
So, Chew, I don't know how much you know about Cam Achord. We are obviously learning about him. But it does feel like, one of the things that I was reading is that he did have the number one special teams unit in 2020, I want to say. Now, that is slightly removed from current day, right? We're talking 6 years. But having that in his history, does that make you feel more confident about his ability to turn this unit around? Or does it go back to the problem we talked about a few weeks ago when Rich Bisaccia stepped down? They don't have the horses. They don't have the guys to make the special teams unit elite.
But I like him because he's young, and the fact that he drinks all this caffeine, I think, is a good thing. I mean,
really?
You
Shouldn't
want
you be able to have that energy when you're young?
No, it's meathead to meathead. It sounds like
you want a high energy guy as your special teams coach, and I wouldn't. I mean, Bisaccia was 65, so he probably obviously doesn't have the same type of energy. But I just remember swollen Nolan Cromwell, who was with us for all the good years. I mean, he was always running down. He's running down with coverage units. He's on their back foot, screaming at them and yelling at them and this, and that's kind of what you want. So, yeah, the fact that he's been there, he's been the number one unit in the league, is impressive, and I like the hire. I think it's a real good hire.
I don't care who they hired. I really don't. He's going to be the same as Rich. Their coverage units are going to be good because they care about that. The return units aren't going to be good, and the kicker's going to make how many ever kicks the kicker makes. That's what the Packers special teams have been trending towards, and I just don't think that's going to change. It's an organizational thing. Justice Mosqueda from Acme Packing Company had a really good, it might have been even before the hire, kind of breaking down the personnel the Packers use on special teams, and they're among the lowest in wide receivers and tight ends. Like everybody else has wide receivers and tight ends that play special teams. The Packers do not. For whatever reason, that's just the way they do it, and this is the way it's going to continue.
Well, let's theorize for a minute. Why do you think that is? If you had to guess why they are different than the rest of the league, who is giving those marching orders?
From the top. I think you got to get permission from the top guy if you're going to use
top guy being Goody or top guy being LaFleur.
LaFleur.
I also think the difference is other teams get guys who are good blockers and do multiple. The Packers don't have any of those guys. They don't have Matthew Slater or a guy who's. They don't reserve that position for special teams. Usually, guys keep an end of the roster, 5th, 6th wide receiver who's going to do those things for you.
Well, and because they just want to develop 5, 6 wide receivers.
Remember how good Jeff Giannis was at Gunners?
Oh, yes.
He was excellent.
He was I don't know if they've had a gunner wide receiver like that since then. It was over a decade ago.
They protect their players way too much. Like Matthew Golden, if you knew you weren't going to use him a lot as a receiver, I mean, come on, the guy's talented enough to return kicks or return punts.
Well, the problem is they put him back there a couple of times and he just couldn't.
He tried a spin move once and they said that's it.
Yeah. And we can't put you in the way. And initially, he didn't want to catch the ball either. That was kind of an issue. He just kept letting the ball bounce instead of actually running up and catching it because he had never returned punts before. Like he didn't return punts in college.
It's not that hard. It really is not that hard.
Then why can't the Packers find somebody who can do it?
I don't know. But I mean, you got all
coaching?
these receivers. You're 5 or 6 deep at receiver. You can't develop one of those. I mean, when Free first got here, it was kind of the same thing. They didn't plug Free in right away.
No.
And they said, you know what, you're going to cut your teeth returning punts. And he was outstanding.
You know, they did with that as well. They did that with Robert. It was like a rite of passage for you guys in the 90s.
Yes.
Like they would bring somebody in, and you would be the returner, and then if you were developed into receiver, you developed into receiver.
Yeah. I don't know. They're deep at that position, and they coddle them too much. Throw one of them there.
So let me ask you this.
Savion Williams or whatever, and then even Devontae Wicks. I mean, if you're only getting 30 snaps in a game, I'd be like, you know what? Use me. I don't know.
But they're not even using him as like gunners. I mean, we're talking about returners specifically. They're not using him like in everything. They don't use.
So I guess this is the question then: does a new special teams coordinator change that philosophy?
No.
Can he walk into, with his experience, having been in a Super Bowl under Bill Belichick with the Patriots, can he walk into Matt LaFleur's office and say, I've been watching what y'all are doing, I've been crunching the film, we need to start using some of these top-tier players on special teams in order to improve the units. Can I get permission to do so?
Well, they were using top-tier guys. Like, they had made that adjustment under Rick Bisaccia. But, again, if Bisaccia can't do it, I can't imagine a 39-year-old is going to be able to. Like, Bisaccia, again, like, whatever Packer fans think about him, he's well-respected across the league.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, he is well-respected, has been a special teams coordinator forever. And if he couldn't get some of the things that we're talking about done, like, I can't imagine that he's just going to suddenly have Matt LaFleur see the light or Brian Gutekunst see the light of, hey, maybe we draft a wide receiver that is capable of returning punts. It's just it's something that they don't necessarily care about, and that's why they put Romeo Doubs back there. Rome, go back there, call for a fair catch it. If you got some space, maybe you can get 5 or 6 yards, and then we'll call it a day, and we'll just start rolling with the offense.
I guess I'm hopeful, Chu, that Rich Bisaccia deciding to step down, whatever the parameters were around that decision, might be a wake-up call for the people in charge to say, oh, we lost a guy that we really like. Whether the public did or not, whether the fans did or not, is besides the point. Internally, we know he was well-liked and well-respected. Brian Gutekunst was on the record weeks before he stepped down talking about how much credibility he had and how he brought the culture, all of those things. So then, does that move, is that a flashpoint? Does it sort of wake people up inside the building?
It should be. Look, when I played, it was understood that if you were a late round, mid round pick, you're cutting your teeth on special teams. The problem is, I think these guys don't want to cut their teeth; they just want to jump right into their position. And because, Gabe, I wouldn't put it past some of these guys. Like, oh, they want me to return punts, and I don't want to return punts. So what if I just drop a bunch of them?
Sure.
You know. I mean, back in my day, I was a third tight end, right? All I wanted to do was get on the field. Hey, you want to go on punt return? Yeah, absolutely. Throw me on there.
Hey, you want a long snap?
Not really.
So
I kind of had a little of the drop and punt thing. Like, I really don't want to do it today. Let me just roll one back there. And
so you wanted to get on the field, just not – there was a limit of how you wanted to get on the field.
And my backup was not real happy with me, that being Frankie Bag of Donuts, because he was in the bullpen.
We'll put it on the Infinity Exteriors Twitter poll. Refresh your home with roofing, siding, or windows, all backed by their lifetime workmanship warranty. InfinityExteriors.com. Will the Packers special teams improve under new coordinator Cam Achord? I was looking at Achord, and I said, and it was like, just like when Chewy said,
Dontavian Wicks.
Devontae Wicks is what he said.
Yep.
And I was like, wait, just smash them together. It's fine. Take 2 receivers.
On the show already.
Right. Didn't we say, though, that if we had Devontae Adams and Dontavian Wicks and we hybrided those guys, that might be a pretty good little wide receiver.
No, because I think the reason why he does that is because Jason's compared him to Devontae. You got the footwork comparison from the head coach on Devontae, so I think that's why Chewy does it. And also, Chewy very obviously heard you start doing a read and thought the segment was over.
Mm-hmm.
Did he leave?
He's back.
Oh, okay.
Were you doing a read?
See? He thought the segment was over.
I was out.
You didn't hear that.
Yeah. The thing I've been telling them to stop doing for 3 years.
I know. And then I looked at the clock and I'm like, does Jen forget how this works? We go to whenever we want. We don't care if it's 8:30.
No, I want to get a read in for our friends over at Infinity Exteriors, too. Talked about the talk and text line. That's our friends over at Carbless. We're talking about the Twitter poll. That's our friends at Infinity Exteriors.
And they just put my roof on and did an unbelievable job. They actually found a nice 15 by 15 foot hole that they repaired.
I'm assuming we're talking inches here.
No. Like, I had a leak in the chimney forever, and they got up there and they're like,
"You're talking
I'm
30
surprised
square
your chimney
feet.
isn't in your living room right now."
Thank you. When he said 15 by 15, I'm the only one that went, this is a crater.
Yeah. It was like 6 sheets of plywood.
It's a lot of plywood.
Yeah. That's what happens when your wife doesn't listen to you because you see a sag in the roof. Oh, it's fine. It's got another couple of years.
I'm glad you decided to say in the roof there.
No, there's a part of me that wanted the thing to fall through the house right into the living room so I could go, "Hey, told ya. Told ya."
How do you think that would have ultimately worked out?
Have you ever heard the phrase cutting off your nose to spite your face?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think? Like, and again, I know if you were up here and that happened, you have the lake house to go to as a backup while, the hole is repaired. But
yeah, but that's something you really don't want to miss. You want to be in the house for it, obviously not under it. Right?
Specifically.
It's kind of like if a tree falls in the woods but no one's there.
Does it make a noise?
Yes. I don't know.
Will the Packers special teams improve under new coordinator Cam Achord? Again, it sounds like, guys, there's optimism about the units improving, and some people are going, well, there's nowhere to go but up. But I guess my question is, if the philosophy doesn't change of how they view special teams, how they prioritize special teams, what does it matter who's in charge of special teams?
That's where I've been. Like, okay, maybe he takes them from 21st to 19th. Cool.
Yeah, but special teams is 82% effort.
Stat.
It's 82% effort. And that's why they're okay, because it's clear that guys don't want to be on there, and they don't give all that. That's the one great thing about Swollen Nolan. He'll get it out of you. What was that?
What was what?
What I just said.
I don't know.
You tell me.
Did you black out and
I don't know.
Just have a Frank the Tank moment?
He'll get it out of you? I caught it. It sounded fine.
It sort of sounds like the state of what we have to rely on is, well, maybe some change and we just dumb luck end up better. That's sort of what we're...
But that's what we've been doing for over a decade with special teams coordinator, Joshy. That's why I just haven't cared who the guy is, because they're going to be roughly the same.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can approach it that way, but...
Why would I think that the Packers, after this is coordinator number 4 under LaFleur, why would I think that the Packers, who have had these special team struggles because as a team they don't invest in them, suddenly are going to change with this hire?
You just have to hope. What? I don't know what to
say. Gabe, give me the break.
Rich Bisaccia wasn't doing a good job, and that's all I can tell you.
Well, I see. Here's the thing. I think he was doing a fine job. He's just not giving anybody that's actually going to be good at special teams.
Well, give me a breakdown 100% on how much they care. The offense is, what, 40? The defense is 40, and special teams is 20?
No, not even that much. Because they only care about, the only thing that's obvious, the only thing that they care about is the coverage units. And they were good. They were top 10 in both of those in coverage units. In kickoff coverage and punt coverage, they were top 10 this last year. It was everything else that dragged their special team ranking down. Yeah. Kicker missing kicks, not having a good returner. Again, if Brandon McManus makes kicks, maybe they're 16th instead of 21st. I don't know. But they don't care about the return game. So I don't think that's suddenly going to change with the new coordinator.
I never saw this symmetry occurring. But there is an article on PackersNews.com referencing special teams and whether or not it is a priority for your Green Bay Packers. And they have a quote from Brian Gutekunst where he's talking about Ted Thompson and how Ted Thompson, who we know Brian Gutekunst is cut from that same cloth, Ted Thompson never prioritized special teams. In fact, he says that he never drafted somebody or acquired somebody who was specific to special teams. Guys always had to do other jobs. And then Gutekunst says, since I've been here, we have gotten guys who are specifically special teams. And then he says this, guys, in the article. Gutekunst sounds like the contractor who wants to show you the 4 sturdy walls he built on top of a solid foundation, completely ignoring the fact that his house has no roof. And how in the world did we take a segment about special teams and Chewy wanting the roof to fall down so he could prove to his wife that he was right and just slam them together better than that? Ron and the Key weighing in on the Carbless Talkin' text line, 800-990-3776. Do you have rich homeowner spouse arrogance on the list? Because I want to be right in arguments with my spouse all the time. I cannot afford to want that, and I think he means I can't afford to want that so bad. I would be okay with the roof falling in my living room. Rich homeowner spouse arrogance.
No, I think that's multi-homeowner arrogance.
Boom, there it is, Joshy.
If the roof caves in, who cares? I'll just go down the street to my other house.
This is why you have insurance, right?
Well, yeah, but what are you going to do while the...
Right. I would have to live in my house or buy a hotel.
I think the point is there is some arrogance happening here.
I get it. I just wanted the peacock in front of her. Woo-hoo. Did I use that correctly?
Yes,
yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Okay.
You nailed it.
I imagine you around, is it the chimney is inside your living room and you're walking around it showing your feathers?
Yeah.
On your house, right?
Yep. With a little head bob.
Like a turkey?
We're mixing up our birds.
I hope that you're watching on the YouTube stream so that you can see Chewy playing charades over there with himself, pretending to be a turkey.
And then a little Bob Seger in the background. She just loves to watch him strut. Do you know the song?
I don't know that one. I know a lot of Bob Seger songs, but that one is escaping me right now. I think what Ron in the Key was saying is that he cannot afford to want the house and the roof to cave in.
Just to win an argument with his wife, yes.
And I would say, Chew, you're probably in a minority there. Take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Let us know what you think about the new special teams coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. We put it on the YouTube poll as well. Will the new special teams coordinator improve the unit? Let us know, 800-990-3776.
Guys, I'm telling you, if you're getting ready to propose, the Jewelry Center is the place to go for the ring. They're the go-to spot for diamond engagement rings in Milwaukee for a reason. Reason why I went there. It's because the helpful team that Dean the Dancing Machine has put together, whether you're in Brookfield, Greenfield, Burlington, or now in Mequon. So if you don't really know what that ring might look like, go to our Pinterest page, see if there's anything there, bring that in, and that helpful team at the Jewelry Center is never going to let you down. Whether it's a naturally mined diamond, a lab-grown diamond, whatever you are looking for and in the market and for, they've got it at the Jewelry Center. Check out the inventory in Greenfield, Brookfield, Burlington, and now in Mequon, or you can take a look online at shoptjc.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
We have a new accident. This is on westbound 94, right about at Moreland Road. The left shoulder is blocked, so watch out for some delays starting to crop up through that area. Otherwise, things backing up right through the stadium interchange to about Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound 94, slowing from the Zoo interchange all the way past 68th. Starting to see some slow speeds on the bypass heading westbound right past Loomis. Traffic is brought to you by the Milwaukee Bucks and the buy one, get one free ticket offer on Thursday, March 5th. Tune in on the 5th for details on how you can get tickets to select Bucks games, courtesy of ESPN Milwaukee. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny, high of 39. Tonight, increasing clouds, a low of 30. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Another two-man scramble tournament is underway. Play Georgia Golf Club for a shot at cash prizes. Must play by March 31st. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Are you tired of the side effects that come with GLP-1 weight loss medications? The monthly cost, the injections, and the pressure of staying on a drug long-term just to keep the weight off? What if there was another way? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we offer a doctor-supervised drug-free alternative designed for people who want real sustainable weight loss without relying on ongoing monthly prescriptions. No lifetime medications, no recurring supply costs, just a safe, structured program focused on lasting results. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com today to schedule your free consultation. Lose the weight and keep it off.
Josh DiMaggio here, and I've been on this amazing journey since January and am continuing to crush my weight loss goals. Thanks to the team at Milwaukee Weight Loss, they have helped thousands of people right here in our area lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month and keep it off. Schedule your free consultation today at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
With our Milwaukee Weight Loss program, we've helped thousands of people right here in our area lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month and keep it off. Schedule your free consultation today at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. Results may vary.
Step into spring with a home that's ready for its next season. I'm Mike Wood from Callan. The patio door sale is here. The perfect time to upgrade your space with lasting performance and style. Right now, receive $750 off each installed Infinity by Marvin patio door. This opportunity ends March 31st. Engineered to be 8 times stronger for exceptional durability and performance, these doors deliver beauty, strength, and long-term value. And with smart money options available, making the upgrade now is easier than ever. Request your consultation today at callcallan.com and click the green button. Callan. Design, build, live.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper. So knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. It's not just a slogan, but the way of life at Gruber Law Offices. If you've been injured, call our team today. We've represented tens of thousands of injured Wisconsinites for more than 30 years. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
What we need is a chart. And every week, we take the shirtless picture of Chew, and we move that to wherever the prediction is of how many wins that they have.
8.
6,
7.
7. I think that's how it goes now, right?
8,
and they lost
6,
in each
7,
game.
5, 3, 0, 9.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Tune into the new season of Behind the Bucks. It's the podcast on the Bucks Plus audio network presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Bucks versus the World is narrated by comedian Charlie Berens. He reveals the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open when the Bucks became the first NBA team to take on the best national team in the world, that being the Soviet Union. Now, before the Dream Team, this long-forgotten tournament in Milwaukee globalized the game of basketball, opening the doors to international stars coming to the NBA. You can find Behind the Bucks on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher. I saw this article, guys, that said that the Packers could be, should be, might be interested in Eagles linebacker Nakobe Dean in free agency. I obviously remember covering Nakobe Dean pretty exhaustively as he was on one of those championship Georgia football teams. And the thought is that Green Bay might be moving on from Quay Walker. Is that a done deal? Or are they still trying to make him or encourage him to come back maybe on a sweetheart hometown deal?
I'm guessing it's a go out there. If you want to come back, let us know what that contract is. We'll let you know if we match it.
They already threw the sweetheart deal out there, and he rejected it.
Yeah.
So he's probably a little ticked off now, my guess, and he's open to leaving. Fair?
Yeah. I mean, he may not even, again, Drew, I was just hypothesizing. Like, it's very possible the Packers went, hey, go see what you can get. Let us know, and we'll see if we can match it. And he might just go, no.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go elsewhere.
I thought, though, he had said he wanted to be here, though. I thought that in an article or in an interview he had mentioned that he...
Doesn't everybody say that about the place
I know, I want to make sure that
says he wants to be here every day. We know that's not true, especially on Mondays.
I actually think he does want to be here. I think he actually likes spending time with us. Don't say anything. Can you just let me move along? Thank you very much. Yes. So in this article, they were talking about how the Packers are probably going to let Quay Walker leave after they declined his fifth-year option. And then they were talking about Nakobe Dean. And what I said to you guys this morning as we were discussing this is, weren't they the same draft class? Weren't they? So Packers get Quay Walker with a first-round pick. Nakobe Dean, I believe, was a third-round pick. Did you just pick wrong? If you end up with Nakobe Dean now versus taking Quay Walker, did you just grab the wrong linebacker from Georgia back in the day?
No, it's just that Nakobe Dean would be cheaper, and you have a hole because you didn't want to pay the going rate for Quay Walker. And I look, Nakobe Dean had a nice little career in Philadelphia. Couple of reasons why I'm out on this. One, we already signed last year a couple of free agents with injury history, and look how that played out. This dude doesn't have a great injury history, played every game his rookie year. Since then, he missed 12 games, 2 games, 7 games. And part of that is because he's undersized, Chew. He's 5'11", 231 pounds at linebacker. I understand you probably want some depth there, but when resources are tight because of the guys you've paid, because of what it took to pay them, so you're short on draft picks as well, that seems like a luxury to me to go and get somebody like Nakobe Dean. And if you're going to spend money on a luxury, I want it to be one that, look, everyone's going to get hurt at some point, but this dude's got a pretty lengthy injury history. And I would be a little skeptical of spending some of the limited resources you have on somebody, on a position of luxury and somebody who's got an injury history.
And plus, they're fairly deep at linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, losing Quay, you might need to bring some. I don't think you need to bring a player like that in, especially how much is he going to make, you think?
Probably, because of the injuries, he'll probably be cheaper than Quay.
Yeah.
That would be my guess. But all it takes is one team to go, oh, we think that those injuries were an aberration, and we saw the differences you made while you were on the field. Here's a boatload
Do
of
you
cash.
want the Packers to be that team? I say no.
No.
To me, Chewy, you've used this analogy a million times on this program for as long as we've been on the air. This is a bargain bin thing that the Packers are doing. They're shopping the bargain bin.
Mm-hmm. But they need depth at D-line, and they need depth at corner, Linebacker's a little farther down the line. Let's address those positions before we start talking linebacker.
Yeah, I'm 100% there with you, Chew. 100% there with you because, again, if the limited resources that they have, those are the areas, or even offensive line, because you need offensive line depth. And, again, the Packers are always aware of this, but they know that Rasheed Walker and Malik Willis are probably going to get big-time deals. And, not this draft, obviously, but the next draft in 2027, they'll get high compensatory picks for those guys. And if you go out and sign a big-ticket free agent, that cuts into the formula of how many compensatory picks that you get. So I wouldn't be shocked, again, given the limited resources, that it's not out of the realm of possibility you get a couple of third-round picks for the two guys that I just mentioned. But you know who doesn't count against that? Guys that have already been released. So in terms of going bargain bin shopping, maybe you go get somebody like Tyler Biadasz, who was released as the center earlier this week, because that doesn't count against that.
When I saw the Biadasz news, I thought, I'd be intrigued by that if I'm the Green Bay Packers. But then I thought, isn't he 30 years old?
I think he's 28.
Okay. I thought he was 29, but rounding up, I said 30. And that to me felt like an old player as far as Gutekunst goes. Here's what I don't understand, guys. Between these two guys, Quay or Dean, who's the better player?
Quay.
So why don't you just try to keep the guy that you drafted? To me, that's confirmation bias for the GM, right? This is where I'm always surprised. Do we have to nickel and dime everything? Can we just go and say, Quay Walker, we drafted you. We think you're the guy. We think you're going to be better than anything that's available on the open market. You've had a few years in the system. We expect your trajectory to keep growing, unless they don't. And that's a distinct possibility. But unless they don't. There's a part of me that sits here and goes, if you're choosing between Quay Walker and Nakobe Dean, I think I like Quay Walker because he doesn't have the injury history that Dean is showing.
Yeah, but you do have to nickel and dime at some point. I mean, they're not nickel and diming at quarterback. They're not nickel and diming at right tackle, not nickel and diming at defensive end. Like, you've got some high price for it. You're not going to be nickel and diming at tight end. Like, you can you can spend a lot of money. I don't think that's a position I want to spend a lot of money at.
No, I agree.
I think you can find a good enough inside linebacker. Yeah.
But I look back when we played and our defense was so good, we didn't have really anyone special. I mean, they were good players, but they weren't Pro Bowl players.
I mean, Wayne was
because
inconsistent.
We put all our money in D-line, obviously safety, and then corners.
You had good young corners.
Yeah. So I don't want to say it's a devalued position, but it's in the rank of things.
Yeah, it's down there on the depth on the hierarchy for sure.
They didn't even put draft assets towards it. They were looking for guys like 4th, 5th, and 6th round. It's a new thing that they have a first rounder and a second rounder in there. That, to me, was the big change that they made and didn't seem to go so well for them. Interestingly enough, I looked on Spotrac. They do the projections of what the market AAV, average annual value of these guys is. Quay Walker is just only ahead of Nakobe Dean by like $1 million. So I think the Packers might believe, or there's a case to be made, that there would be a significant difference, because I saw Quay's numbers, this listed here around I think it's like $8 million. I saw Quay's number much higher than that when people were talking about it.
Yeah.
I believe Benjamin Solak said he was like one of the prized free agents from talking to people at the combine, that people were really looking towards him to be a contributor.
Yeah,
Do we know what he is, though?
Again, I understand there's a salary cap too, but I think what you think that he can't be better than what you've seen from him?
4 years in, he is what he is.
Yeah.
Inconsistent player. I mean, he didn't really stand out the way he did even last year. This past season, did he?
I think the best case you make is with proper linebacker coaching and the right system, he could be better, and that's the case people probably make, because everyone looks at his physical skills and says, how much are you getting more out of this guy?
I mean, I think that's also a little bit on the player.
Sure.
And
surely.
it doesn't seem like a risk I'm willing to take. Like, if everybody loved Jeff Hafley, and Hafley couldn't get the most out of him.
Yeah, I think you're.
But he's also coming off of injury too, right?
He was in and out.
Didn't he have an ankle injury in 2024 that he was dealing with?
Gabe, I think you're making a fair point, but I think the market is going to dictate.
Sure.
Right.
Because what coach out there doesn't go, look at that. I mean, we see it every year in the draft.
Right.
Oh, man, look at the athletic skills. I can make him into something. Clearly, the previous coaches didn't know what they were doing. 100%. We see that all the time.
Okay, but again, I want to go back to Brian Gutekunst, who drafted Quay Walker, used a high draft pick, as you just said, Joshy, a lot of capital to get this guy, and now you didn't decide to do the fifth-year option, and now you're going to let him walk in free agency? Is that a bust of a pick or what?
I don't think it's a bust of a pick. It's just you don't want to spend that kind of money at that position. Like, you've got to make tough decisions on the roster. And, again, linebacker is one of those positions defensively where you should be able to – it's almost like the running backs of the offense. Like, yeah, every once in a while you can splash, but especially if they really like Tyron Hopper, like, you're going to want money to sign him. Tyron Hopper is going to be the replacement. If you really like, Edgerrin Cooper. You're going to want money to sign Edgerrin Cooper in a couple years. And then you've drafted, again, a high pick in Tyron Hopper that you're hoping to be able to backfill.
Okay, but then my question to you would be, why did you invest a first-round pick in a guy that you were just going to let walk in free agency anyway?
Well, the question is, why are you picking a linebacker in the first round when you're going to play nickel most of the time? And there's only two linebackers on the field.
Well, I mean, he's one of the two linebackers that you have out there.
Does he wear the green dot?
Yeah.
But I mean...
But also, we're not talking about a guy, like, if they would have paid him, Jen, if he was a Pro Bowler or a first-team All-Pro.
Yeah.
He's a nice player. He's a great player.
I think what he was their idea of an instant upgrade at the position. Yes, you gave up a premium pick, but we have price control, and we can immediately elevate the level of linebacker play that we have. Now, was it as good as they had hoped? No. But he was... It's not like everyone was looking around going, we got to get this guy off the field. He made splash plays, and he made mistakes. He was kind of middle of the road.
He's a good player, but it's not one you pay top dollar for.
Mm-mm.
I guess philosophically, guys, I'm asking you then, if you are a draft and develop team, don't you have to hit on those picks, especially first-rounders, and then win the fifth-year option or win the free agency? Don't you want to try to keep those picks? I understand we're backfilling at all these positions. I understand that's the goal, although we argued that maybe they've forgotten to backfill at a few positions that now they are sitting there trying to figure out how to handle. If Quay Walker was a first-round draft pick, if he has performed admirably, if he has performed at an above-average level, you guys don't want to go elite yet, that's totally fine. Why not keep him on your roster? Why not try to get him to stick around?
They did. They tried to get him to stick around. He didn't sign the contract because he thinks he can get top dollar on the open market.
And it sounds like he probably can. I guess at what point do the Packers sit there and go, if somebody else is willing to pay this guy top dollar, maybe we were right when we nabbed him with a first-round pick, and maybe we keep him as a building block for this defense.
Yeah, I'm not worried about what other teams are doing, I guess. Like, if you want to overpay for a linebacker, go ahead and overpay for a linebacker.
Well, let me ask you this. And not who's more important on the defense, but who's a better player, Devontae Wyatt or Quay Walker? Wyatt. They're kind of the same guy, right? Splash plays.
Yeah.
It's just D-line is a more important position than linebacker.
Yes.
So, and then they have to I don't think they can keep both of them. You can't keep Wyatt and Quay, so I think they prioritize Wyatt, and they may try to get a deal done with him.
If he had played better, and again, Josh, you talked about the numbers just a few minutes ago, would they be willing to keep him? Would they be willing to pay him top dollar?
If you are a player that is the last thing you want to do as an NFL team is pay top dollar. Chewy talks about it all the time, paying A money for a B player.
Yeah,
and that's possibly what they would have to do with Quay Walker, and that's just not a risk that they want to take.
I think if he was Fred Warner, they'd smile and hand him an extension.
They would have
gladly.
They would have given him whatever he wanted this past season.
Right.
Yeah,
but he's not.
But I think part of it too is he's just out of position. He's not a Mike linebacker. He's not instinctual because this year he was better at it. But I remember watching film of him, Gabe.
Mm-hmm.
And he just struggles. He struggled finding the ball as a Mike linebacker.
A lot of guessing.
Yeah. So. Maybe they think he doesn't fit the system. And he might wind up in a San Francisco or Tampa Bay where they value linebackers much more than we do here.
And you don't give any credence to the change at defensive coordinator from Joe Barry to Jeff Hafley, obviously now Jonathan Gannon. You don't give him any leeway when it comes to navigating the change in the defensive coordinator.
No, because someone said it right when they signed Gannon, and they asked him, who said? I think I asked Jason, what are they going to play for a defense? And someone said 4-2-5.
That's what Goody said.
Yeah.
Why didn't they just say nickel?
Because they're cool.
The one thing that I think is interesting, and it's been a recent trend with coordinators, we've seen it both with Hafley and Bisaccia, they usually give the new coordinators like one or two guys. They let you say who's a guy that you've either worked with or a guy that's the type of guy you would want around here. Because we saw Xavier McKinney. I mean, Jeff Hafley described what he wants in a free safety, and he described Xavier McKinney to a T. And that was the guy they brought in. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them replace that position with a guy, Jonathan Gannon, who was in Philadelphia, goes, that's a guy I can make work. Because was he there when he got drafted?
So Dean.
Well, isn't that interesting?
Dean was a rookie in the last year that Gannon was there. And so they have some experience together. That was the one season that he was healthy.
Yeah.
And then he is a smaller guy, maybe
5'11", I think I saw.
Yeah, 5'11", 231.
Maybe he'll be another form of nickel for him, where, okay, this guy can still cover, but he's big enough to take on whoever. Because I can tell you this, if teams played nickel against our offense, we're running the ball. Block a safety. That's a Sunday with
the Packers won a playoff game because Dan Quinn refused to take his nickel off the field. Jordan Love said, well, every time he was on the field, we ran at him, and we just kept doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I was just scrolling through a list very quickly on SportsIllustrated.com of 10 free agents who played with Jonathan Gannon, who could be of interest to the Packers. I was scrolling to see if Nakobe Dean's name was on that list. I don't see it here. Again, doesn't mean that it isn't a connection that we should keep our eye on. I guess if you're moving on from Quay Walker, this will be my final word on it. I don't know that Nakobe Dean is the answer. Nice player. The injury history scares me. And I think, again, I would be more likely to stick with Quay Walker. It seems like the Packers have already moved on from that. And it seems like, as you guys have said, it is not a position they prioritize, beyond the first round pick in 2022. Let's Take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Still a lot more to get to, including what the hell happened to the Milwaukee Bucks over the weekend. We'll talk about that right after this.
In healthcare, change is constant. At Fifth Third Bank, we help your organization thrive with local expertise and comprehensive financial solutions. From optimizing capital structure to revenue cycle management and commercial payment tools, we're here to empower your growth. For nearly 20 years, our dedicated Milwaukee team has partnered with healthcare and not-for-profit organizations, building trust-based relationships that last. Experience the difference only Fifth Third can provide to help your organization thrive. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Yeah, coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
James Imaging Systems, a 100% Wisconsin-owned and managed business technology company. James' client, Amy Simonson, IT administrator with Professional Services Group.
We have several locations throughout southeastern Wisconsin. Having them all under one company has been very helpful.
Big or small, one location or several, James Imaging Systems is your one-stop business technology resource.
And they are on top of everything. When we have a problem, it's answered right away.
James Imaging Systems, IT-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation, and unrivaled local service and support.
And they're always looking for what else can we do? What else do you need? So they want our company to succeed as well as their own.
Let James Imaging Systems help your business succeed. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Out on the course, they're the PGA Tour's best players. But in the arena, they're prime time. And Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back with lights, cameras, action. We're talking big moments, big personalities, big names in the stands, all on the big screen. Big-time matchups with shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, and playoffs. It's city versus city, squad versus squad. The sport just hits different under the lights. It's TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. Tune into every match. Only on ESPN.
It's tournament time when the most talented teams survive and advance. And whether you're cutting down the nets or cutting through resumes, one thing's clear. The best teams are built with the best people. If you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. Their smart matching technology finds qualified candidates fast. You can add screening questions to get the right applicants and even filter to see who's recently active. Score the best for your team with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
TBD.
No, not how this
Attaboy.
works.
Attaboy.
That's not how any of this
That's
works.
how you make content.
What do you mean? What do you mean? That's how it works for him.
What's TBD mean?
To be determined.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
To be determined.
Did you hear him say to be dumb?
To be dumb. Did Joshy say that?
He did.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Back here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, reaction rolling in as we discuss Nakobe Dean as a potential replacement for Quay Walker. Again, none of this set in stone, none of this a done deal. We're just sort of reading the tea leaves on how the Quay Walker thing seems to be shaking out. Gabe, when do you think we'll have some finality with the Quay Walker saga?
Whenever he signs somewhere else next week.
With his new home?
Yeah, that's probably that's when the finality hits of that. Week from today, the legal tampering window opens. So, yeah, I fully do not expect him to be back. They put the contract in front of him. He didn't sign it. He's going to move on and go play elsewhere. Seems pretty easy, straightforward.
Gabe, where's he fall as far as free agent linebackers? Is he on the top of the list or close to it?
Probably.
I see Devin Lloyd, Demario Davis, Quincy Williams, Caden Ellis, Devin Bush ahead. But the difference between them is like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, so they're all kind of the same group.
It seems to be the Devin Lloyd is the leader, and then there's a group of 5 or 6 guys that are all sort of considered to be getting around the same amount.
Personal preference after that.
Yeah.
But he won't be first wave, right?
Oh, I wouldn't be shocked.
I think so.
Really?
I wouldn't be shocked if he comes to an agreement during the legal tampering period next Monday or Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if the Packers can sign a couple of guys last year that we didn't see coming in the first wave, why can't he?
Well, I guess.
Just generally speaking, if Quay Walker is gone, you guys feel good about what they have at linebacker? Obviously, they have some guys who it feels like could step up. And again, this is all according to how we perceive the Packers to view the position. I also think it'd be very good to know how Jonathan Gannon views the position as the new defensive coordinator. But as we mentioned,
Goody
talking about...
You got to make him available first to kind of get his thoughts on things.
Look, there is
a lot of questions I'd like to hear.
There's always a long list of
He's not going to answer any of those questions, Josh. All right, the questions that you have about shoom.
Shots, explosives.
He doesn't have any answers for you. Hey, why did you use your full hand when making that noise? Why did you go shoom instead of pew pew? Like, he doesn't have answers to those questions.
What are we doing?
Chewy, from a free agent standpoint, I just keep thinking about the Quay Walker thing. And look, somebody on the ESPN talking text line, the Carbless talking text line, Justin in the 262 said, another failed first-round pick. Do you use the metric of if you don't offer him a second contract, that's a fail of a first-round pick? Because I don't think that successful franchises are in the business of drafting guys in the first round and then letting them walk in free agency.
Yeah, what number was he drafted? He was before Wyatt, right?
Quay was 22nd overall. No, so Wyatt was first, and then he was the second.
Yeah, I would call that a failure.
Can you be a failure if you price yourself out of town? How are we weighing that? If he's too expensive to keep, but not someone you're willing to keep at their price.
But we all agree above average, right? We don't say from a performance this was a bust. I mean, I got somebody else weighing in on the YouTube stream saying, didn't this guy lead the team in tackles?
Well,
yeah, but you're supposed to.
Blake Martinez led the league in tackles.
Darn it, Blake Martinez.
This is like talking batting average in 2026. Tackle amounts aren't that important.
Yeah, it's the different splash plays that you're making. Like, again, he's above that, and somebody might see him as, oh, yeah, we think we can turn him into an elite player, and they go and pay that type of money. If he prices himself out, clearly the Packers wanted him to stick around. He just didn't sign at the level they wanted him to be at because he thinks he's better and can get more money. And if let's say he goes and plays at this level and that team's disappointed and they release him in 2 years because they don't want to pay that type of money, doesn't that mean that the Packers are right, that he was probably at a different price? I have a hard time calling him a failure because he was a starter from day one. He was a 4-year starter. Yeah, he priced himself out because that's not a position you want to pay unless it's going to be a
then why do you
stud.
draft
That's what I'm trying to say, Chewy. Again, yes, I'm not trying to belabor the point here, but what I'm frustrated with is if you don't, on principle, value the position. But like you said, you thought you could get a guy who could immediately upgrade the linebacking core as a whole. Isn't the goal with all of your first rounders to sign them, to give them that second contract? He's only 26 years old. Again, the Quay Walker thing to me is such a fascinating, philosophical, organizational conversation. Because to your point, why draft a linebacker in the first round if he performs above average and you don't want to keep him when he becomes a free agent?
Well, because I think they want to keep him. They just don't want to pay
free
elite
agent
money.
Right, free agent prices.
They want to pay the elite money. I think they would pay him above average money. Yeah, but if he's a B-plus player and you're paying him A-plus money, that doesn't work out either.
I do think it's important to consider the fact that they had 2 first-round picks there when they decided to do that. I think they sort of viewed that as we have the luxury of maybe going outside our standards here. We got our defensive tackle, the type of guys we want.
You had a 4-year starter at a cheap rate.
Right.
Like, that's also why you draft him. Yeah, you hope he turns into a stud. But in the meantime, I've got 4 years at a position where I'm not paying that much. And that's, again, if he walks, he walks.
But I think they thought he was going to be special because I fell into that trap. I thought he was going to be special, too, after that first year. Mm-hmm. And then they move him inside, and I'm like, he doesn't have the instincts.
Before or after he shoved a trainer?
That was his
after.
rookie year.
Yeah.
Right?
Chewy fell in love with him after.
I did.
But to be fair, also cleaned that up. Right? We didn't see a lot of that afterwards.
That's the bar?
No, I'm saying that if you do that, you have to clean it up, and he did.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't get to shove a second trainer.
It's unprecedented.
Then Gabe and Chewy rolls on, ready for this.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Westbound 94, we do have a crash right at Moreland Road off on the left shoulder, so watch out for that. Delays are coming in from just west of Highway 100 to that point. We also have delays from about 27th Street all the way past Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound 94, watch for the backups from the Zoo Interchange all the way to Hawley Road. We got southbound 43, backups from Silver Spring down to about Locust. And then on northbound 4394, we've got delays coming out of the Mitchell Interchange around the Plainfield Curve, pretty much all the way up towards Oklahoma Avenue. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny skies, a high of 39 tonight, increasing clouds, a low of 30. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Tired of waking up exhausted? That dad bod weighing you down? Let's get you back to the old you. If your energy, focus, and drive aren't what they used to be, your hormones could be out of balance. At Mentality, we'll dig into what's really going on, then build a personalized, science-backed plan using hormone therapy and peptide treatments to get your brain and your body back on track. So stop telling yourself you're just getting older. Book your appointment now at lowtusa.com. Right now, all new patient labs are covered in your treatment plan. That's a savings of $250. Go to lowtusa.com.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. March is that time of year when a lot of us are thinking about fresh starts and maybe even getting a tax refund. And instead of spending that money on something temporary, what if you invested it in something that improves your home for decades? Universal Windows Direct makes that decision easy. Right now, when you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free, and there's no limit. The more you upgrade, the more you save. Plus, you'll get 24 months with no payments and no interest. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today.
We are the home of green and gold off-season coverage. 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
Lots of reaction rolling in on that conversation. Appreciate everybody's comments. We'll try to get to some of those as the show goes on, but I do want to move on to an interesting theory that has been floated out there on social media. Did the Brewers curse Wisconsin sports? Apparently, the thought was, and this came out over the weekend, yesterday, I believe, as Marquette fell to DePaul at Fiserv Forum yesterday. Our friend Sylvie over at ESPN Chicago, ESPN 1000, tweeted out this. The curse of the L flag lives. Ever since the Brewers took out the L flag after beating the Cubs, they were swept by LA. The Bears won the division, eliminated the Packers, and DePaul swept Marquette. Thanks, Brewers. Karma is a bleep. That from our friend Sylvie. I don't know if I can call him our friend anymore, actually.
No, he's definitely not our friend. And then the hashtag Take That Wisconsin, while also tagging somebody who owns property in Wisconsin and David Kaplan, who does the morning show in Chicago. I thought that was an interesting take.
Thanks for your property taxes.
Yeah, we appreciate that from Cap. The funny thing to me about the people who got all in their feelings about the L flag are also the same people who just love the cheese grater. And don't see the irony, involved in all of that. Look, to me, I don't care about the cheese grater. Good on you for doing it. To the victor go the spoils. And if you want to get in your feelings because somebody put up an L flag, ooh, boo-hoo. This is sports, man. Get over it. And again, tagging somebody who's paying Wisconsin taxes and Take That Wisconsin to somebody who owns property up here, again, is just true Chicago fashion. Talk trash about Wisconsin and then come spend your free time up here because you know it's superior.
I think it was Strofe. I don't want to be affiliated with the station as that out there. Because I go, hey, where's your radio show at? Oh, it's ESPN Milwaukee. Do you guys have that dork that I saw on social media? What is that guy doing? That's just stop, right? Are you with me?
That
I think you're stretching.
I think the Strofe thing lost contain for sure. It lost containment. It bounced to the outside, and nobody can get there.
How many views did it wind up?
3 million on the main video, and the other one has surpassed
3 million on the main video.
He approached nearly 5 million in total views.
And then what percentage of that were people from Illinois?
50. They were having a good time.
Yeah.
Including their quarterback.
I do think the funny thing about the Sylvie comment is I don't know how he's figuring in his the L flag curse, because the Packers did win in the interim of that happening, of getting eliminated. Also, Wisconsin, the Badgers, have beat multiple Illinois teams this season, both in football and in basketball. And for some reason, we're just ignoring that to
doesn't fit the narrative.
Sneak in DePaul, which maybe I'm ignorant. I never knew Sylvie and Cap as big DePaul guys.
Yeah, really. I mean, nobody is. When the Madison Mallards are outdrawing you in terms of average, when you're getting 5,000 people per, maybe they're sitting courtside, and I just haven't paid enough attention to DePaul games. Maybe they are. Maybe there's huge DePaul fans down there.
It's trying to find something to make yourself, after decades of being inferior, you're trying to ham fist any way you can in this, well, it's the curse of the L flag now. If the Brewers win the season series, what then? What are they going to say?
Well, they reverse the curse then, right?
or stay with me, the curse never existed. It's also a possibility.
After the way they relished in the way Ben Johnson treated Matt LaFleur, the F the Packers, an L flag is the most insulting thing you can do to that fan base. That, it's two-sided.
Charmin soft is what it is.
But I do think, guys, what I love about it is that there is some vitriol behind this. Instead of it just being an afterthought anymore, we do like having a rivalry, right? When Aaron Rodgers says, I own you, I've always owned you, that lit a match, in my opinion, because the Bears were on the up and up, right? Not when Aaron Rodgers was there, but they were just on the cusp of becoming relevant in the NFL. So, I mean, they were in their feelings about Aaron Rodgers saying that. Now they've obviously had the upper hand in most recent games as far as Bears go. They think Caleb Williams is the next coming and that he's going to take them to heights unprecedented in that city.
Maybe he'll even complete 60% of his passes next
year. That would be wonderful.
Maybe
for Bears
for the first
fans.
time ever, he'll throw for 4,000 passes. But maybe Illinois won't be grateful enough for that, and he'll have to do it in the state of Indiana.
I do think, though, the best point that you have made, Gabe, is that the cheese graters that they wear are literally in response to the Packers' cheese heads.
Correct. And again, I do not care about the cheese grater. You beat the Packers twice. Cool. That's what you get to do. I just find it funny that they will embrace that, but then also get in their feelings about the
But the cheese grater, guys, is a derivative of the cheese head.
100%.
Same way the L flag
is a derivative of the W flag. It's, again, but they're not smart enough to see it. Or they're just, again, they just want to get in their feelings about it because that's just the default position for Chicago sports fans. I don't know.
But I think there's a lot of people that aren't high road people. They're just not. I am not a high road. Hey, take the high road. Stick it. Okay? I don't want the high road as my defense. Ben Johnson's running his mouth about LaFleur. Oh, I'm going to take the high road. No, take the low road. That's what I want. I'm a big low road guy. Right?
Because you like
Joshy?
the fireworks. That's what I'm trying to say, guys, right?
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, nobody's sitting over here complaining about a tweet from an Illinois person, which I'm seeing a lot now in the YouTube stream. What I'm saying is you want this from sports. You want there to be the back and forth, the talking trash, the vitriol, the fireworks. Man, this is why we're in this space, right? So, again, I love the points that you're making. I love these. And I'm sitting here going, this is fun. I'm excited. A little more juice now when these two teams face off. I get a little more amped up when these two teams face off. I guess now it's when the states face off. Yes. But we do need to make a comprehensive list, guys, of when Illinois faces. And then we need to keep a tally of how the results go. We can't pick and choose what's included. If we're doing the whole DePaul versus Marquette and the Packers versus Bears and the Cubs versus Brewers, let's go exhaustive. Let's give me the whole damn list.
I also do think it's important to, and I don't want to get too analytical here, but Aaron Rodgers had, 12 seasons of dominating the Bears before he did the I own you thing when people were flipping him off in the stands?
Yeah.
You guys won one NFC North and knocked the Packers out of the playoffs, and this is your time to parade it around and take your victory laps? Like, there is degrees of difference here that I think are important. Aaron Rodgers doesn't say that to Bears fans as a rookie or as a sophomore. It was, I beat you 85% of the time I face you. That's just what it is.
So also, and I know the Bulls embarrassed the Bucks yesterday, but the Bucks still won the season series 3-1. That somehow absent of the lists that they wanted to put out yesterday, I guess. Team in Milwaukee, professional team, playing a team from Chicago.
Sylvie would have just said they're the worst team in the NBA. They're tanking and they still beat you, so that counts even though you beat us 3 times already.
Okay, all right. All right, whatever fits the narrative, I guess.
But they're still little brother. I mean, like Detroit. Detroit tried doing the same thing with Amon St. Brown.
Oh, the Green Bay sucks.
What was the T-shirt?
Yeah, Green Bay sucks.
Like, great, enjoy your one good year. There you go. How'd you do this year? Oh, you didn't make the playoffs when you were supposed to win the Super Bowl? That's a shame.
Well, and Chewy, you know this. The Bears actually have expectations now.
Oh, God.
How tough is it to live up to those expectations when you're dealing with them in that type of pressure?
Because they're going back in the rearview mirror, Gabe.
I just wonder if when these things get pointed out, if people have a different perspective on the L flag. Are there fans out there, Wisconsin sports fans, who do consider it bad juju? Or is it all in good fun? This is what rivalries entail, and deal with it. I'd be curious where Wisconsin fans stand now. Because, again, I don't think this is a comprehensive list. I think this is cherry picking. I understand how it probably, got a lot of Chicago sports fans pumped up. But my point is, this is what you want, man. You don't want to be a part of a franchise or a rivalry that is an afterthought, right? You want the ones, for all the joking that we do about, ESPN featuring the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees again. You want to have that type of thing in your back pocket. And I love that Chicago is coming to, and they're saying, let's mix it up. Let's do this thing. I think that should make Wisconsin sports fans even more excited about the rivalry going forward. Let me know what you think, 800-990-3776. We need to take a break. We want to hear from you on this topic and more this morning here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Greater Milwaukee Golf Show presented by Old Fashioned Golf. It is back. And it's been completely reimagined and happening next week, March 13th through the 15th, at the Mosh Performance Center in Franklin. It's going to be Wisconsin's ultimate golf party. Get your tickets now, $50 at GreaterMilwaukeeGolfShow.com. Those VIP tickets for $50 include a dozen golf balls, a round of golf, and much more. So think about the value you get there. How much a round of golf costs, how much golf balls cost you. You can get your VIP tickets now for $50. But right now, we're going to send you there as well. Get 2 general admission tickets for the Greater Milwaukee Golf Show by calling us, 800-990-3776. Caller 6 at 800-990-3776. Gets 2 general admission tickets to the Greater Milwaukee Golf Show, presented by Old Fashioned Golf.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Well, we got some delays westbound 94 from just west of 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. A little bit more from about Highway 100 to, I would say, just west of there, like maybe about a half a mile's worth of a delay. We got an incident on the left shoulder is what they are calling it. I believe it's a violator. Eastbound 94 backing up from just before 84th Street all the way to about Hawley Road. More delays coming out of the Stadium interchange towards 35th Street. And then northbound on 4394 coming out of the Plainfield curve, going to be slow up past Oklahoma Avenue. Traffic is brought to you by Glenroy, now hiring. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny, a high of 39. Tonight, increasing clouds, a low of 30. Weather's brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Kyle Bruston Nortman.
We need the final end here.
Oh, okay. Who you been, bro?
KBN.
Brian Gutekunst has mapped out his best offseason of his entire career. I've been thinking about roster development lately and what Goody has in store for him. And I don't see any way this team can become a title contender unless Goody has the best offseason of his whole career.
Kyle Bruston Nortman. Afternoons from 2 to 5 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
You asked and Carbless delivered. The fan favorite grapefruit flavor now has its own 4-pack all to itself. That bold, bright, perfectly balanced citrus taste that you've been pulling from the variety pack, it's now front and center in 4 cans, 1 box. Crisp, refreshing, not too sweet, and nothing else has changed. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, just 100 calories and gluten-free. Clean ingredients and big flavor. Always no compromises. Grab the new Carbless grapefruit 4-pack wherever you get your Carbless and find a location near you at drinkcarbless.com. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip.
Frank Daniels, our Madison Goldsmith, has an idea.
Bring him in.
Hey, Rick. Hey, Sarah. Hi, Monica.
It's great to see you, Frank. What's your idea?
It's a new company policy.
Let's hear it.
You know the world-famous Kessler's warranty?
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed. It's just that simple. Even if you lose a diamond, including the center stone, we'll replace it. All maintenance is free forever. Yes, it really is that miraculous.
Every time I hear that warranty, it blows my mind.
I propose we have a jewelry cleaning policy that's as amazing as that warranty.
What would it say?
Bring us your jewelry and we'll professionally clean it. While you wait, for free. You can come in as often as you want, and we don't care where you bought your jewelry. The only thing that matters is that you want it to look amazing again. We want that too.
I vote yes.
I vote yes. I vote yes. The motion carries. Congratulations, Frank. Your idea is now company policy.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
I think one of the things that patients don't realize is that when they get a joint replacement, that's not a lifetime treatment option. And they're probably, if they are a younger patient, signing up for multiple surgeries down the road.
As a physician and medical director for QC Kinetics, Dr. Caravelli's seen a pattern of trending joint pain. Prolonged medication, steroids, then surgery, possibly another surgery.
So a lot of our patients are trying to avoid or put off surgery, and this is the treatment that can help them do that.
QC Kinetics extracts your body's healing substances, concentrates them back into your aching joints to help heal and restore those areas, providing lasting relief.
Oh, I love being able to tell my patients, before we do this surgery, let's try another option. Let's see if this is right for you, because now they might not have to have surgery at all.
Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I don't know which is which, but here's what I do.
Yes, all right.
I take the plus and I put it to the plus. I take the minus and I put it to the minus.
Yeah, but the jacker things don't have that.
Yeah, they do.
Where?
Sure do. On the handles.
What's a jacker thing? Is it something that your wife keeps in the drawer?
He meant jumper cables.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Back here on on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. The NFL rumor mill continues to spin. And, of course, Malik Willis is expected to get an incredible payday. We've seen those numbers. Did I see $30 million while I was on vacation? Look, it's all a little hazy from the last week. I tried to get caught up on all the storylines, but did I see that number floating out there for Malik Willis on the open market, guys?
Yeah, possibility. He gets $30 a year. Uh-huh.
So then, of course, the question is, who in the world would the Green Bay Packers get for the backup quarterback? I actually don't think it's that important, but we have seen Jordan Love deal with some injuries, and Malik Willis being out there is a big reason why they were able to win those games when he was not. When Jordan Love was not. So I saw the name Jimmy Garoppolo being thrown out there. A strong potential veteran fit if he leaves the Rams. We know they had Desmond Ridder and Kyle McCord. You guys have any, do you care who the backup quarterback is? You interested in? Look at Joshy back there shaking up and down.
Well, think about, they are not, they made the 7 seed the last 2 years. They're not doing that without Malik Willis.
Oh, 100%. But I just don't know if any of the backup quarterbacks out there can do what Malik Willis did. That's asking a lot for a backup quarterback.
Yeah. Anthony Richardson's one that I'd be really interested in. You give up a 7th-round pick.
Trade.
Yeah. Give him a 7th-round pick for that guy. Heck, I'd even go 6th-round pick. That's how important I think it is. He's only making $1 million plus this year. You don't have to worry about that.
He's more physically gifted than Malik Willis.
Yes.
If he can figure it out even 75, 80%.
Does this just show you how impatient teams are with their quarterback?
Yes.
Well, the problem with Richardson is he didn't play a ton of college football.
Yep.
And you needed to have a plan, and they just didn't. We'll play him, then we won't. Then we're going to bench him, but then we're going to play him again. And that in and out, I think, just kind of screwed with him.
His time with the Colts ended when he tapped himself out in the red zone.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Tough one.
Yeah. That was it. But a new environment certainly can change all of that. It did for Malik.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, think about all the things that they said about Malik.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's saying that about Anthony Richardson. He's got some things he needs to work on, but especially if you get him in here for an entire offseason, I think he could be ready to hit the ground running as the backup quarterback when you hit the regular season. You know you can win a game or two with Anthony Richardson.
Oh yeah.
Bill weighing in on the YouTube stream saying, I'll take Anthony, give him a couple of years, and get Tom Clements to help him out. Could be good. I feel like the Tom Clements ship has sailed, gang.
I think he's retired. I don't think he's coming back.
He's hanging out with Richie Boy.
He's got his feet up in an umbrella in his drink.
Yeah. Hopefully they're not working on an elevator wherever he's drinking that.
The Jimmy Buffett plan.
Yeah, look, the backup quarterback position is important, and it's only going to become more important for these teams, especially if the league actually adds an 18th game. The longer these seasons go, the more important it is for you to have depth on your roster.
But they're not doing that this year. They're not doing that in 2026.
No, but still, we've seen it with Jordan Love. You saw it last year with the concussion. And that's all it takes is one dirty hit, and next thing you know, in an important game, you need that. We saw it with the Broncos and how important having a backup veteran that you can trust, or just a backup, not necessarily veteran, but a backup quarterback you can trust. Like if they've got somebody like Malik Willis, the Broncos are going to the Super Bowl because of an unfortunate injury that Bo Nix suffered in the divisional round. You need to have backup quarterback is an important position. Yes, we don't want to talk about it all that often because who knows if he ends up playing. But having somebody you trust there is vitally important when you are a contender.
So you're not okay with keeping the Desmond Ridders or Kyle McCord? You want to upgrade from that tier?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd be all right with Jimmy G.
Yeah.
It's just the money. How much is he going to
He would be more expensive.
Backup.
Yeah. He would be more expensive than Trent Richardson.
I like Richardson.
Actually, Anthony Richardson, excuse me. Trent's
they said 6th or 7th, Gabe, for him?
It depends. That's what I'm hoping it costs. I can't imagine somebody's going to go much higher than that for a guy who's got 1 year left on his rookie deal.
Yeah.
I don't think someone's going to go, we'll give you a 4th-round pick. I just don't see
Also,
that.
just stress the importance of backup quarterback. In 2025, 63 different quarterbacks started games. It is not the Brett Favre era anymore, and especially with the concussion protocol where if you have a concussion, you are out. It becomes even more important.
In fairness, Josh, 15 of those were for the Browns. So, those numbers may have been skewed by Cleveland alone.
Fair. 63 is a lot.
63 is a lot.
Yeah, that is.
63
Do we have any idea if Jimmy Garoppolo is any good still? Let me take that back. Do we have any idea if Jimmy Garoppolo is good?
Yeah, as a backup quarterback. Yeah, absolutely.
Based on what?
Based on what he's done in his career. Yeah. He's gone to a Super Bowl. Like, he's not a starting caliber quarterback. That roster was stacked certainly around him, and that's a big reason why they went. But as far as a backup quarterback goes, that guy, you can win games with that guy. Like that's and there's a little bit of safety there, knowing that at this point he's not a highly sought after guy to be a starting quarterback somewhere, because you kind of see the limitations that exist. But as far as backup quarterbacks go, he's played in the league, he's won in the league, and that's really all you need in a backup.
Yeah, I mean, look at Phillip Rivers, who really did nothing for years, and then just roll in. I mean, granted they didn't win, but
they were a lot. He was a lot better too, and more competitive in those games than I thought they would be.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you make of this rumor that it's not just potentially the Packers who might be interested in him, but also that Matt LaFleur's brother, Mike LaFleur, is interested in Jimmy Garoppolo joining him in Arizona? You going to get into a bidding war between the LaFleurs?
That's why I would be skeptical about Jimmy G, because, again, going back to the Nakobe Dean conversation, they don't have a ton of money to just throw out there for that position. That's why I would be more interested in spending like a 6th-round pick to get an Anthony Richardson.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that would be a more cost-friendly option for the Packers.
Would he be the starter in Arizona?
Depending upon what else they do, but possibly.
Has a chance to.
Well, if you're Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm guessing that is a better option than being the backup quarterback to Jordan Love.
If you want to make money, or you want to get the crap beaten out of you, I guess.
Hope they've got a backup to Jimmy.
Yeah.
At least the previous guy who was running for his life could run for his life.
Are they sure? Is Kyler gone for sure?
Not for sure, but it doesn't. It's
not looking good.
Not looking great.
When you bench your franchise quarterback, you've made your decision on his future.
Where did it go wrong with him, Joshy, when they had to put a clause in his contract that says you have to actually watch film?
Well, first it was birth when he came out 5'9". Then it was when he refused to play baseball despite having that opportunity where he could have made a lot more guaranteed money. And then it was, playing video games too much. Being caught on COD at 3 a.m. of game day.
From a money perspective, he made the right decision.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he's making the money he made in Arizona in baseball.
Was he supposed to be a first-round pick in the MLB too?
Sure, but, and plus it takes you a while to get to that point, right? Because you're under team control, you got to go through the minors. He got all this money 4 years in.
It's so funny because we've talked a lot about quarterbacks who their first landing spot ultimately didn't work out. They went somewhere else and have had success. Baker Mayfield comes to mind. Sam Darnold comes to mind. I don't know that Kyler Murray is going to follow that path. I don't know that he's a guy who didn't work out in Arizona, but he's going to go somewhere and he's going to be the guy and he's going to take them to heights unknown. Like, I don't see that. But again, his story following that same trajectory.
And he's been around long enough where teams are going to have some apprehension, but it's those athletic traits that we talk about, right? There's going to be a coach that thinks that they're going to be able to get something out of him that previous coaches in Arizona were not able to.
Do you think teams would want Tua over him?
I would take Kyler over him. I would take Kyler over Tua.
Would you? That's a big risk.
Either way, it's a big risk,
man. Doesn't sound like he loves football. Yeah, but Tua doesn't have the same. And plus, Tua's a concussion away from probably calling it quits.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the names that are out there are Anthony Richardson and Jimmy Garoppolo as far as potential backup quarterbacks for your Green Bay Packers. You lean in one way or another. You like the skill set that Anthony Richardson has shown, even though he is obviously coming off of a significant injury. You like Jimmy Garoppolo to be the guy back there. Can you win games with those guys? Let us know, 800-990-3776. WTMJ is throwing strikes for a cause, and you're invited. Bowling for Babies is this Saturday, March 7th at Village Bowl in Menominee Falls. We're raising funds for the Milwaukee Diaper Mission. We've put together a team. You can put together a team of 4 and hit the lanes. Registration is $170 per team. And look, a lot of us here at Good Karma Brands, we're going to be out there this Saturday, hopefully rolling strikes and hopefully raising a lot of money for Bowling for Babies for the Milwaukee Diaper Mission. If you want in, you can text the word baby, B-A-B-Y, to the WTMJ talk and text line. That's 855-616-1620. I'm going to say that again. 855-616-1620. 1620 to sign up. Bowling for Babies. Let's bowl and help families who need it this Saturday at Village Bowl in Menominee Falls.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Southbound 43 backing up from just before Capitol Drive down past Locust. Westbound 94, that's got some backups from 27th Street all the way past Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound slowing down just before 84th Street to 68th, and then back on the brakes coming out of the stadium to 35th Street. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny, a high of 39 tonight, increasing clouds, lows of 30. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Feeling lucky? Then roll into Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee this March for Lucky Rollers. Every Thursday, we're giving away over $70,000 in prizes. Play with your Potawatomi rewards card for entries, and you could roll out with $550 in reward play. Or get lucky and win your share of $16,000 in cash. Lucky Rollers, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou, a term provider, 800-568-2790. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-568-2790. That's 800-568-2790. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-568-2790.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Gabe, it'll change your life. Any barbecue you ate for the rest of your life will be measured against Buc-ee's.
On 94.5 ESPN.
We mentioned it a little earlier in the show. The Bucs did lose to the Bulls, and that, I think, came as a surprise to some people because of how well the Bucs have been playing. Did Joshy just shake his head back there and go, not to me. Wasn't a surprise to me. The final score of that one, 120-97, and the Bucs, I believe, set a record, if I'm not mistaken, for the fewest points scored in a quarter Was that in a game this year? Please tell me it was in a game this year.
Yes.
This wasn't some historical thing that goes back decades and decades. It was just this year with their 8 points in the fourth quarter. It was an absolute drubbing after they looked good early in the game. So now our question is this. What now for the Milwaukee Bucks? Because they did win 8 of 10. This is the same team that did that also had a really tough weekend at the office. And now I believe the timeline is such that Giannis is expected to be back soon. Doc Rivers keeps saying he's making progress, he's doing well, we just don't know when he's coming back yet. That 4 to 6 weeks, Gabe, where are we on that timeline?
6. Again, the Bucks didn't really put a timeline on it, but 4 to 6.
Giannis did. He said 4 to 6 when he diagnosed himself with the...
Yeah, so 6 weeks would be Friday. And which, again, wouldn't be shocking if he takes that 6 weeks or maybe even just a little bit more based on him saying that he came back too soon from the previous injury when he came back in less than 4 weeks. So just really making sure that he's ready to go for the stretch run. This was a really tough loss because the Bulls had lost a billion games in a row or how many ever it was before this going in. They were up by 15 at half, the Bucks were. And I don't know if they just thought, oh, yeah, this team's tanking. We don't have to worry about it, and just came out flat and couldn't get it back in the second half. I mean, they went the last 11 minutes without a field goal. It was brutal. And now you got Boston tonight. You got another good team, so you're just continuing to dig yourself a hole where you were starting to finally make ground, and you were only a game and a half back of Charlotte for that last spot in the for the play-in in that 10th spot. Now you probably have to go 4-1 on this homestand. Try to get back to that level and try to win another 8 of 10 to try to get yourself back in a position where you're able to chase down one of those teams for a play-in spot.
Boston 40-20 this season, number 2 right now behind the Pistons in the East, so that will be a tall task. I think most people understand that. But what do we make of the dynamic of this Bucks team when Giannis comes back? What you saw from this team during that 10-game stretch was impressive. And there was this idea that, okay, if they can gel quickly with Giannis back on the floor, this is a team that might be able to make some noise. And I believe that's probably what the front office is hoping as well. We certainly are hoping that here at Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, as we have put our money where our mouths are with our parlay bet, plus 1,000 for the Bucks to make the play-in tournament.
If we lose the first leg of that parlay, Jen.
Well, and then the other ones happen?
But I mean, I don't care if the other ones happen at that point.
I'm just saying that would be like salt in the wound, right? Yeah. Insult to injury.
But the fact that you would be able to, as the Brewers season is just getting started and we haven't even hit the NFL draft, if you're able to go into your safe and rip up that ticket, it'd be a little sad.
It depends on what camp you're in, because I'm in the camp of tank, get a better draft pick, get in the lottery. I think that's the best way to keep Giannis instead of getting to the play-in and losing. I don't think that does any good.
But then that means that Giannis is on a losing team, and I think that's going to wear on him and weigh on him. And as much as we have talked about, can you convince him that future success is more valuable than current success, I just don't know if that's something that's going to convince him to stay in Milwaukee.
And I don't think the play-in is going to be enough either. I just think the other way of going about a potential lottery pick, get in the mix, and then push the money thing. I would keep pushing the money thing. Giannis, you're going to lose out on $80 million. And that's really $160. That's really $160, right? Government taxes, Gabe?
Yeah, why are you going the other way, though?
I know. I don't know why.
Why did you double it?
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not sure. Because I wanted the number to be big.
I understand. If you want to slice it in half, then you got to go the other way. Doubling it, I mean,
yeah, but Giannis,
unless you're in a tax bracket where they do that, I don't know.
Gabe, he's from Greece, a country that almost went bankrupt about 6 years ago. Oh. So sell it and then say, oh, I was wrong.
The money thing
you
makes
never know.
sense.
You might buy it.
Yeah, the money thing makes sense, but at this point, yeah, I mean, Giannis wants to be competitive, and that's what they're going to do because that's their best chance of keeping Giannis.
I know, but if they get to the play-in and then lose, you think Giannis is going home over the summer going, I think we got a shot.
Yeah, if they end up with the 11th pick in the draft lottery, that doesn't do you much good either.
No, but there's a chance the other way.
Yeah, and there's a chance the other way, too.
What do you think would be fine for him this season? Get to the play-in, win, and then win one round in the playoffs?
Oh, if you win one round in the playoffs.
That ain't happening.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Chew, if you win one round in the playoffs with the way that this
feels like a
season is
huge
going,
win.
it would be a huge win.
Yeah.
And that would bolster you in terms of trying to keep Giannis here. He could say, oh, maybe we are building something. Been a couple of years since we've been able to win a playoff series. All right, let's re-sign and see if we can continue to build around this core that we have. Yeah, if they won a playoff series, I would feel... then I would flip Chew. I've been 75-25 that he's gone. I would flip those numbers if they won a playoff series because they would likely be the 8th seed.
Yeah,
and they would be taking down the number 1 seed.
When do you realistically think, Chew, that Giannis is back? Because they do have this home stand. I think that they would probably prefer to trot him out there at home. Again, ticket sales and whatnot, right? Get people excited about the Bucks again. This week? Does he want to come back this week?
No, because we all know what calf injuries lead to. So I'm not putting him back until he's 110%, right?
Yeah, I think he's kind of there from some of the stuff that Doc's been talking about. If he's doing 4-on-4 in practice,
yeah,
I don't think he's going easy in those.
But he's been doing that since before I left for vacation.
Yeah, which is why I think this week seems to be realistic. Maybe Saturday against the Jazz, you give them the next 2 games off against Boston and Atlanta, and then Saturday against Utah.
Yeah,
that'd be 6 weeks and a day since the injury.
Yeah, I would just make sure 100% healed. You don't want this thing coming back because we've seen what happened when players come back too early from this injury.
Will we see Giannis this week playing for the Milwaukee Bucks? We are at the tail end of that 4 to 6 week window. I know it was an unofficial recovery process, but will we see Giannis? They got a big homestand here, some tough games against Eastern Conference opponents. Will we see Giannis back on the court this week? Let us know, 800-990-3776. Gabe?
2 tickets better than 1, especially when you're only paying for 1. You buy 1 ticket, ESPN Milwaukee will buy the second. Score Bucks, buy 1, get 1 tickets for select upcoming home games with seats as low as $20. Catch the Bucks as they take on Phoenix, Cleveland, LA Clippers, and Dallas. It's all marquee matchups as the Bucks begin their push for the playoffs. Big games, big energy, 2 tickets for the price of 1. And this is happening only Thursday, March 5th. So tune in right here on ESPN Milwaukee on Thursday. Follow us on socials for details on how you can grab buy 1, get 1 tickets for the Bucks.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN. With Wildy and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Yeah, coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Amy Simonson is the IT administrator with Professional Services Group. They had business technology from a not-so-supportive vendor. Not anymore. They switched to James Imaging Systems.
They come in as a partner. They want to help you. They want to make your business successful.
Including your James Imaging Systems sales representative.
He's always there when I need him. It's always like, what can I do to help you?
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner with great people and more value.
The value is we have the right equipment in the right place. We're getting reliable, consistent service when we need it.
Amy, your advice for other Wisconsin businesses?
I would definitely say contact James Imaging. They are very helpful and knowledgeable and will put you in the right place.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation. Call 262-781-7700, 262-781-7700, or visit jamesimaging.com.
March into big savings at Exterior Pros and Baths. Refresh your home this season with energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, beautiful new siding, or a stunning bath remodel and get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings during their March savings event. But this offer won't last long. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Out on the course, they're the PGA Tour's best players. But in the arena, they're prime time. And Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back with lights, cameras, action. We're talking big moments, big personalities, big names in the stands, all on the big screen. Big-time matchups with shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, and playoffs. It's city versus city, squad versus squad. The sport just hits different under the lights. It's TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. Tune into every match. Only on ESPN.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is offering 0% interest for 72 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends March 31st, 2026.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Harry Douglas here. I don't wait for birthdays to celebrate. I grab Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes like rich vanilla birthday cake with buttery funfetti goodness. Seriously, it's unapologetically extra in the best way. And it's sugar-free, so I get all that cake flavor without the guilt. It's tiny, portable, and ready for whenever I need a quick boost. I keep one with me because you never know when you'll need a little party energy. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I'm telling you, don't doubt his story, because he heebie-jeebies at certain times to miss field goals.
Yeah.
Gabe, I showed you how he does the heebie-jeebies, right?
Heebie-jeebie.
You take your fingers and you rub them back and forth on your thigh, and you go heebie-jeebie, heebie-jeebie. Swear the guy bats 100%. So to call him a liar, and he puts a curse on you?
Look, I'm not calling him a liar.
Yeah, you are.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Are you looking for a weight loss option that works? A weight loss option that will stick and change your life? I'm Josh DiMaggio, and I'm starting that journey with Milwaukee Weight Loss. From the first consultation, their team really listened and built a customized plan around me and my goals. I've lost 30 pounds to this point. I've dropped a couple pant sizes, and I'm even getting to try new and fun recipes. Doctor-developed, doctor-supervised program where people can lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two, safely and naturally keeping it off, using real food and proprietary natural and safe products to help patients reset their metabolism, control hunger and cravings naturally, and help the body burn fat, not muscle like GLP-1s do. No lifetime medications, no recurring supply costs, no expensive injections, just a safe, structured plan focused on lasting results. This program is different. No intense workouts, no prepackaged meals, no counting calories. Many patients lose up to a pound of fat a day. Milwaukee Weight Loss has already helped thousands of people change their lives. There's no better time than now to take control and start feeling confident again. 262-235-3980. That's 262-235-3980 to schedule your consultation or visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
We put a couple things on the Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Infinity Exteriors poll. Will the Packers special teams improve under new coordinator Cam Achord? 62% of people are saying yes, it will. 38% of people are saying no, it won't. If you want Gabe Neitzel's thoughts on that, you can find them on our ESPN Milwaukee Twitter account as well. And which option would you prefer for the Packers' backup quarterback spot? Sign Jimmy G, Anthony Richardson trade. Checking out the early results on that one, 82% of people would like to sign Jimmy G. He is an unrestricted free agent. And I do think as we continue this conversation as the week goes on, we need to talk about the price and the cost implications of something like that. Because we're talking about spending money. We're talking about cutting corners and nickel and diming. And now we're going to spend money on a backup quarterback. And, well, that's just interesting to me. Wilde and Tausch is next on ESPN Milwaukee. Have a great day, everybody.
Eastbound 94, we've got backups from about 84th Street all the way to Hawley Road. The westbound side is tightening up a bit from about 35th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Rest of the system is looking pretty good. Traffic is brought to you by the Milwaukee Bucks and their buy one, get one free ticket offer on Thursday, March 5th.